What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. Today going to be bringing you one of my favorite Italian dishes here, chicken parmesan. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and hit that bell for notifications. Going to be starting out with our own sauce. If you don't want to make your own sauce, go ahead and get yourself a can like that. I like Bertolli or Rayo's. If not, follow along right here. Going to start off with these peeled plum tomatoes. Throw those into a bowl like this, and get out your masher or use your hands if you don't have one. And just keep on mashing until you get the chunkiness that you like. Keep on going, speed it up a little bit. And pretty much I just kept on going until I got a consistency like this. Pretty mashed up, a little bit chunky, not too big. So going into the sauce, I have some garlic cloves, fresh basil, and a sweet onion. Gonna start off by peeling the garlic here. Easiest way for me, I think, is to just press down on that knife like that and the skin comes right off. Easy, just like that. Once again, like I said, just hold the knife like that and press down on the garlic. Should peel right off. Go ahead and do that for all three, or however much garlic you like. I use 3 for this. Gonna be going in with half of that sweet onion right here. Let's go ahead and peel off that outer layer. Don't need that. A little bit more of the skin. Chop off that piece right there. I think this is the quickest and easiest way to finally dice up an onion. Cut long ways just like that. Now we're just going to go in and make 3 incisions like this. Going right across. Make sure that your knife is nice and sharp here. Definitely makes it a lot easier. And there's less chance that you'll hurt yourself if you're using a dull knife. Gotta have it sharp. When you get down to this part right here like this, don't want to waste any of it. Just turn that onion just like that. Keep on chopping. Don't waste your money here. And now that we have the onion and garlic ready, let's go on to that fresh basil. The easiest way like this is to kind of start off with the biggest piece of basil and kind of work your way down to the smallest piece like this. Don't gotta be perfect, but you get the idea. Take it like that and go ahead, roll it up just like a cigar or whatever else you roll up. And just slice right down like this. This right here is called a chiffonade. Just like that. There we go. We got our fresh basil. Going into some of the seasonings that we have here. I have dried oregano, dried basil, black peppercorn, coarse kosher salt, and a tad bit of sugar. Tomatoes are kind of acidic, so we want to balance that out. A little bit of sweetness. Again, that's all to taste. You add as much as you like. Let's go on with our skillet here. Going in with some olive oil. Be kind of generous here. You can tell that the pan is already hot. You can see the oil start to kind of shimmer. Okay. Let that warm up a tad bit. And we're going to go in with that onion. Go ahead and mix that up. Cook this out for a little bit, stirring occasionally. Okay, it's looking good. Getting some color to those onions right there. Make a little space for that garlic, because we're going to add that in now. I'm adding the garlic in after the onions because garlic can kind of burn fast, so definitely don't want that to happen. Go ahead and get all that excess off. One more garlic clove here. Press that right in. And now we're just going to stir this up, combine all those beautiful flavors. Just like that. Again, let that cook out, get some flavor there. Let's go in with those tomatoes that we mashed up. Beautiful, just like that. Okay. Mix it all up, combine them all. Looking good there. Gonna let that simmer for a bit. Once it has been simmering like you see here, maybe after a couple of minutes, we're gonna go in with those dried oregano and dried basil like I said. Always start off with the dry herbs before the fresh herbs. Again, let that simmer for some time, stirring occasionally. And we can hit it with those seasonings like I said. Salt, pepper, and a pinch of that sugar. Maybe a little more than a pinch. Again, always stir after you add anything. Let the flavors get all around. And after some time, like I said, simmering, low heat, stirring occasionally, it should look something like this. Looking good. And of course, hopefully you didn't forget, we still have to add that fresh basil in there. Just like that. Again, like I said, dry herbs first and then the fresh towards the end. And again, we give another stir. This is a process. Your final product should look something like this. If it doesn't, well, hopefully it looks better. Now's the time we can go on and start to heat up that water for the pasta. Want to have that boiling and ready. I'm going to start off by beating this meat real quick. Talking about the chicken, y'all, relax. Go ahead and put it in a bag like that or in some saran wrap so that you don't break it. Take it out just like that. Let's not forget to season our chicken itself. A lot of times I've seen people not season the chicken and I'm not sure why, but come on, we need flavor here. Let's get both sides. You don't have to go too crazy with it, but it needs a little seasoning. Salt, pepper, granulated garlic, and onion powder. Very simple. Let's get started on the batter. I think this is a crucial step also when you have to season the flour. Don't forget to do that either. We're just going to go in with the same exact seasonings that we seasoned the chicken with. Salt, pepper, onion powder, and granulated garlic. Give that a mix up right there, just like that. Go ahead and beat those eggs. I use a mixture of Italian breadcrumbs and panko breadcrumbs like you'll see. If you just use regular panko breadcrumbs and they're not seasoned, don't forget to season it. In this case, those Italian breadcrumbs are already seasoned, so we don't even have to do that. Another crucial little step, my little secret, what I like to do is adding some fresh Parmesan Romano cheese to the mixture. I think it adds a ton of flavor there. Go ahead and try that out if you haven't already. Give that a mix. Right, and we're ready. Start off by dipping that chicken into the flour. Make sure it's nicely coated all around. Get off any excess. Then we drop it into the egg. Again, same thing, make sure it's nicely coated all around. And then drip off any excess. You don't want to get that into the breadcrumbs because then they start to clump up. Just drop it in there, make sure it's coat it all around. It's looking good. Don't want to miss out on any parts of the chicken. And just a quick close-up. Look at that. Looking amazing. You can see all the different, the Italian breadcrumbs, the panko, and that Parmesan cheese. Looking good. Let's go ahead in a non-stick pan or whatever pan you're using. Olive oil, get it nice and hot. And we drop that in, laying away from you, of course. You don't want to splash any oil on you. Let that get nice and browned. And we flip it. Doesn't take too long here. Man, look at that color. That is looking good. Go ahead and let that get some color on that side too. After that, you can transfer it to a little baking sheet just like this. Gonna top it with some sauce. You can use however much you like here. Like mine a little bit more saucier, so going with about, what is that, 4 tablespoons of that delicious sauce that we made. Looking good. Let's go on and use some fresh mozzarella cheese that I chopped up here. Excellent. Now my oven is on 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Pop that in for about 10, maybe 15 minutes. That went into the oven. Let's get started on that pasta because we are using capellini, which is thin, so it does not take long to cook al dente. Capellini pasta here. Let's go ahead and get some of that salt into the water so we can season the pasta. Give it some flavor there. Try to get all of the pasta in, unlike me. And we're just going to go ahead and twist that in there. Nice and easy. Just like that. Go ahead and let that cook for maybe 7 minutes. Like I said, al dente. Drop some olive oil in there once it's finished and you drain it. Like I say all the time, guys, presentation to me is everything. So instead of having some boring old pasta with this color, throw a little bit of that sauce in there and mix it up. Gives a little more flavor to the pasta and some color. Of course, we're going to be adding the sauce on top, but you'll see in a second what I mean. Just like that. Let's go ahead and plate this up now. Sauce is finished, chicken is finished out of the oven, and of course the pasta didn't take long at all, like I said. Go ahead, put that on the plate just like that. Gonna toss some of that sauce on top. I think the sauce on top of the pasta looks a lot better than having it all mixed up in the pasta, just me. But you can do it however you like. And I'm gonna shave some of that Parmesan cheese on top of that there. Next up, let's throw our chicken on the plate now. Cheese has melted, got a little color to it there. Throw some sauce on the side for presentation, like I said. And let's go ahead and rain some basil on top. Not a whole lot, just a little bit for some pop of color. Looking amazing. There we go, folks. Your chicken parmesan is finished. Definitely one of my favorite dishes, hands down. If you're going to be serving this or having it yourself, go ahead and pair this up with your favorite white wine. I have a nice Pinot Grigio right here. Goes very, very well with it. If you're not a drinker, go ahead and get yourself some sparkling water, Pellegrino, just like that. Anybody who knows me knows I don't eat pork or beef, even though I cook it very well. Chicken, on the other hand, I do eat. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out here. Get me a little piece. Looking good. And man, that face says it all. Thank you guys for watching. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you.